Hi, everybody. I believe I'm live. It says I'm live on here. It says meeting is now streaming live on Facebook. And so I believe that it is. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I wrote out some notes because I don't want to get lost in my thoughts, but I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I did. I was just like in crazy, crazy planning mode, and I totally looked up my chart, and I was like, oh, there's a huge transit happening right now. If you were born in 1976, I'm gonna say that the Saturn square Uranus that is going to be impacting the entire society is also impacting you on a personal level because it's almost like a T square, which is, we'll get into that later. But all I'm going to say is it's a time of lots of just like boom, just like crazy things rattling off. It's exciting. It's kind of exciting. I don't know. I had a lot of things going on. So really exciting. Anyway, so again, I last week I popped on and said that I wasn't going to be coming on here and doing forecasting, but I did want to pop on here. I'm still going to come on here every Monday. You haven't seen the last of me. And I also wanted to hop on here because I just finished my workout and my hair always looks so great after a workout. So there's the thing. I have all my girls, my gals, my wigs. They're all in the closet. Hey ladies. But but yeah. So anyway, I am super excited that there is a new moon that's coming up on the 11th, and it's going to be square Mars. And so if you're working on projects that are going to like move you forward, and that's like total Aquarian energy. Aquarius is like, this is me and this is society and this is me, kind of like working, as a part of it, a part of society. This is me working towards, towards making society better. And that's kind of like where there's so much energy in Aquarius right now. And I don't know if you're feeling it. I'm totally feeling it. I'm just like, whoa, let's go. It's so fun. Anyway, so I'm having a great time with this energy because, I've just got so many things that are planned. So, yeah, so if you're working on big projects, it's going to be a really, really great time to get things done. Square Mars can be a little bit edgy, but if you can focus that energy towards something that you're working on, then that's going to be better, than like maybe fighting with your spouse or something like that. Don't do that. Just be like, okay, I'm going to go hang out somewhere and get some work done. And then you'll be very pleasantly surprised. So, but yeah, you'll be feeling a great deal of energy, just like energy, like physical energy, not like energy, but energy, like physical energy. As long as you don't have some sort of strange aspect to that Mars. So, like Neptune or something. But yeah. So I hope that sounds like fun for you. It sounds juicy for you. I can possibly do a new moon thing. It depends on if I get all the stuff in order. Let me know if you would be interested in a new moon thing. So I know that okay, you've been hearing me talk about the sun sign stuff for some time now, and I'm not nearly done talking about it. So yeah, I'm just like this. There's just so much to know about the sun sign stuff. So, um, but I know you've heard me talk about like, say you don't really identify with your sun sign. Like say you're a Capricorn and you don't really see yourself as being like very businessy or goal oriented or super realistic or hardworking, because those are all they're very Capricorny traits. So say you just don't identify with that, and um, that's okay. That's okay. And I gotta say, like my sun sign, I have never really resonated with it. But now I'm like, oh, after studying it for like the past month or so, like I really decided to like go deeply, deeply into the sun and the moon and how they work. So I've been focusing specifically on the sun. And it's because of this whole like hero's journey thing. It's like blown my mind, you guys. So so yeah, it's true. They say like throughout your life, you're not necessarily your sun sign. Rather, you spend your life experiencing your sun sign. Like you do, that's what you're doing. You're doing that. So what does that mean exactly? So Liz Green, I have this amazing book. I wish I had it with me. I have all these astrology books like all over the place, um, but Liz Green and Howard Sesfortis, they wrote a book on the luminaries, and in it she talks a lot about the how every individual is on a path and it's connected to the solar self, and the way that they express that solar self is through the hero's journey. And so, which is so cool. It's just so cool. So the hero's journey, you probably talked about it in literature class, like maybe in high school or maybe in, I don't know, like college or something. I studied it in life coach school. It was so funny because like I have taught in, elementary. I've taught in elementary, so we didn't really do it in elementary. But I went through all the way through college, I can't remember ever studying the actual hero's journey. I don't know, maybe Joseph Campbell wasn't a big deal back then. But yeah, now it's kind of a big deal. So I talked to my daughter's boyfriend and he was like, oh yeah, the hero's journey. I know what that is. And I was like, you know what it is. So yeah, I don't know. If you haven't seen, what is it? There's on Gaia TV, Gaia. It's called Finding Joe. It's all about the hero's journey. It's really, really cool. Anyway, so I want to show you this image. I'm gonna share my screen again. Here we go. Okay, so look it. So there is the hero's journey. There we go. Okay, you start here. You have the call to adventure. You have meeting a mentor. So this is and anything that has anything to do with a wheel, I'm like, ooh, I get like automatically sucked into because I'm like, what does it have to do with a natal chart? Because natal charts are, they're like a pie. Really, I think I just like pie, but other than that, so you have the person is starting out, like let's say you in your hero's journey, you're starting out, you hear a call for adventure. You may even be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to listen to that call for adventure. I'm just going to sit here on my sofa and I'm not going to do anything about it. Okay, so it's possible that you could ignore the call. That's part of the whole journey, right? And then something will call you back. It'll drag you back, and then Pluto gets involved, and that's never fun. Anyway, we're not going to go there. But then you meet a mentor. There's always a mentor or always some sort of guide. Then there's crossing the threshold. We'll talk about. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this on something on Saturday, but as you go into the underworld, you kind of go into this underworld where there's trials and there's failure, and you're going to find other helpers, and then you grow a bunch of new skills, and then you find yourself in a space where there's death and there's rebirth. I seriously love this. Like we studied this a lot in life coach school. I took life coach school with Wayfinder, and got my life coach certification this past year. But yeah, so there's this like death and rebirth where you're reconstructed and you're just kind of like, you get basically liquefied, and then you just like end up reforming yourself, kind of like a butterfly. And there's a revelation of some sort. There's finally some changes, atonement. Then you get some sort of gift or elixir. It's like, oh, I have these gifts. And then you return and you're changed. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to go home. And then you end up going home and bringing your gifts back to like the world, society, your environment, whatever. And so yeah, there are so many parallels that we can draw between a natal chart and the hero's journey. And so that alone just blows my mind. It's just so cool. So I want to show you what your sun's expression in each phase, each one of these phases. Your sun has a specific way of expressing itself in each one of these areas, each part of the hero's journey. Okay. And I want to help you find that information. And so, yeah, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be doing here in a minute. But yeah, every single day, we walk the path of the hero's journey. Like all throughout our life, we have one long hero's journey. I'm going to stop share. But yeah, all throughout life, we have one long hero's journey. And then every single day we have a shorter, a smaller hero's journey, like a micro hero's journey. You might even have a micro hero's journey, like sometimes just breathing alone. Like when you think about breathing, you've got the ebb and flow. You've kind of got the arc. And that's what we're, you know, I'm studying yoga right now too, because that's what I do. I study. But yeah, you have breath. That begins with everything being expressed out, all of the air out of your lungs, and then you breathe in, and you fill your lungs up, and then you come to a peak, and then you allow the breath to escape. And when you do that, you return again to that stillness. So it's stillness, and then you rise, the breath at the top, and then it comes down. So it's like, it's a circle, it's cyclical. So any sort of cyclical thing, I'm just totally geeky about. Anyway, so yeah, the ebbs and flows. And then we have, then we have this like hero's journey. Really, it's a saga, like you're living a saga. So, and I'm sure you've heard that how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And even if it doesn't work, it's true that I know I've caught myself many times. I'm like, dang it, that's the way my dad does things. That's not the way I do things, or the way I want to do things anyway. So I might just like catch myself. So yeah, even it may be coded in your DNA or something. So yeah, you might be wondering, like, what is it that I need to do to change it? And there are lessons all along your path, all along the hero's journey, that are going to point you toward that truth. Okay, the truth of what you need to do in order to like solve these problems. So yeah, this is the message that your son has to bring to you. So through self-study and the language of your son, I believe that you can find out so much more about what you need to make clear decisions in your life that are in alignment with you, that aren't like, that don't make you feel crappy. Because who likes to feel crappy when they're making decisions in their lives, So this is what I wanted to announce is on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe 5 p.m. Pacific time, maybe 4. I don't know. Time zone converter. I'll have to look at you if anybody's like confused about it or wants to know, I can help you with that. But yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be holding a free online workshop. It's a totally free workshop. And if you're somebody who wants to know how to gain a sense of more clarity in your life, how to start making decisions from a place of knowing that they're right for you and your life's path, if you want to know how to understand yourself on a deeper level through the language of the astrological sun sign, and if you want to know how to infuse your life with more play, in the form of movement and creativity, that's my thing. That's my bag, baby. Okay. I'm going to be going through a hero's journey, the hero's journey during this workshop on Friday, and talking about how it relates to your son's placement in your chart. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm going to be sending the information shortly. I'm going to be all setting it up tonight. So but yeah, just be sure to reserve your spot. Just fill in the information. That way you can get the information. I know Zoom kind of caps things at a certain amount, so make sure you sign up. So, but yeah, and I'll also be announcing the course. I know I talked about the course that I'm going to be kicking off on the 18th. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that during that time. So, so yeah, that's about it for now. I'm going to pop on. I doubt very many of you are awake right now. It's 8:23 here in Japan. So yeah, I'm just gonna check, make sure. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty, you guys. Well, I just love you. Have a great week. Let me know if you need anything. Be sure to sign up for the thingy. Alrighty. All right, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.